Bounce there. Mute. As soon as it starts. How's everybody doing? Any day now. Any day now. Still waiting for this thing to start up. Should be coming any point. YouTube's taking its old time. There it goes. Unmute. How's everybody doing? It's G-Bag time. And if you don't know, that's the big bag. And actually for this H10 Origin from Vanquish Proucts, not the optic, the Origin, this is where some of the other parts come in. So we're gonna, a lot of the stuff I won't be using, but there'll be some I will. We'll be using those. I don't think there's anything there I need. Interesting. Nothing in that one I need. And actually really nothing in that one I need except for possibly that. If I decide to go that route. This bag will be unneeded for long. Bag G2. G2, baby. So here's our fins. And our battery plates, our LiPo wiring for the lights, our resistor for the lights. I'll get to that. I'll probably do that tomorrow. Our bag of bolts, which I won't need many of, because I already got brand new ones here from the other bags. But it's nice to have spares. And for the battery doors. Okay, so that bag and this bag can be trash. This bag can go over here out of the way. This should be able to come down. I'll leave it out because I do have some bags to open. We'll flop you out. You out like that. So, not sure what I'm going to do in the back yet, so I am going to set this aside. The fuel cell. I'm going to turn it around, and everything that's exposed is going to be replaced with scale bolt of the same width, or length, I should say. Okay, these are 25, so those are probably the 18s. That one is. So we need two 18s, one for each side. Yep, that'll work. That's probably a 20 if I really thought about it. I'm going to add just a little bit of my last name tight. 12. Okay, I'm going to bypass that one. I think if I put a scale bolt in there, it would pass, but it's also going to be covered. So I think for that reason, and that reason alone, I'll replace it. I know they said to replace them with the new ones in there. But it's not like these things have been torqued at all. They're barely in there. I'm putting way more torque as I'm putting these scale ones back in. But I think there's enough clearance here that they would clear. Come up to the front here. That is longer. Okay. So I will put a 16 in there. Let's see how far it goes through. Looks like that is going to stick out a little bit. Okay. So let's go ahead. Chalk her up for a minute. Nip off the end. Let me turn around and mute her down so you're not hearing it. How you doing, Granny? Crying out loud. Alright, I need to do a little touch up on this. Turn it back down. Things okay down there in Australia? Or maybe New Zealand. I'm not quite sure where you're at. No Loctite because it's going into plastic. Okay. This one can come out. So far, not too bad. Next weekend's going to be the fun one. We have the gauntlet happening here in Michigan, and I'll be heading to that. Be my first gauntlet. Basically, just a good weekend to get together and crawling and having great fun. It's been going on. I guess they've been having it 7-10 years, maybe somewhere in that range. This will be my first time going. I was out of RC for a long time. When I got back in, was under COVID when everybody was shut down, couldn't do anything. Killer. Nice weekend comps are always fun. Of course, I haven't comped ever, so I can't really say much. But yeah, it just sounds like fun. I'm willing to bet it's going to be fun. Okay, let's get rid of this one. This one might be kind of long, which is fine. Yeah, it takes time over, that's for darn sure. Okay, so yeah, we'll use another 12 in there. That'll be fine. What goes into that? 8s. And 3 by 8s. So, put this one in. Get it snug. Make sure all of them are good and snug now. Oh, damn teensy flies. Sure everything's well tight. Okay. Now it says replace these. That one's actually got a little tight, but it is not that tight. But because it is going into a fresh hole, to 12. Let's see. These are all brand new in here. I don't have any 12s in there. Or no. I guess maybe I will have to open up that new bag of stuffs. Just for a couple. Since I'm going into plastic, really not going to kill the threads on it. And I really don't need to Loctite it. But we'll go ahead and replace it anyways. Now those two, because they just go right into plastic to plastic, I'm going to leave them, just snug them tight. That would be this one. And this one. All right. Now, I need this. You, well then you. Doesn't really matter which one's front or back, I don't believe, with this. Come on now. Come on now. Yeah, it will be nice. I'll be tickled. So I'm going a little extra with it, but why not? It's only fool's gold once. Yeah, these are actually very nice. Much CNC work that's done on them. I don't think I'll worry about putting any. Yeah, I'll put a little dab on it. Not that I need much. But you want your beautiful little dab. Go ahead. Okay, now for this side, I essentially do gotta take them all out. So I'll take them out and put them in their order. Yeah, and then with the exchange, I'm probably looking at about probably 5,200 each for base model price range. So yeah, you're not cheap. Exactly right. Not for you guys down there. And then your import and VAT. Yeah, it's I think just a base model without any colors, all raw and or black. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have bought one myself, but I'm not crying. They are a nice rig. Bought an optic last fall and got it all built up. Put all the bells and whistles on it, 4-wheel steer and all that stuff, and then they dropped this about a month and a half later. I'm like, shit. I debated with myself for a few hours. I put up a good struggle. I did, really. But I'm in a position where I can, not necessarily afford it, but it doesn't really pinch anything really too hard to get it. So for that, here it is. Okay, so most of those are 14. I'm going to be putting in 12s. Should grab that other bag of 12s out. There they are. So I'm probably going to need a couple out of that. Got more than I got. Okay. I'm pretty sure I got those other 6s out. I've only got the 2. I'm pretty sure I got the 4 though, but maybe not. Yeah, that's true. Treats once in a while are nice. I've been maybe giving myself maybe a few too many treats, I'll admit it. Okay, so this one's going to be an 18 in the back. Back top. Okay. Okay. From front or back to front, put these in. that one out that I missed earlier. Okay, this one's got to be taken down a few millimeters. Go to mute. Okay. Should be able to hear me and not hear that annoying buzzer. You in there. What are these 12s? Go in the front here. Okay, tighten all these back down, make sure they're all good. Okay. $12. So I got one of those in here. Those are all 10s. Come on, get off that one. Okay, for number 8, actually these can all go away now. All that can go in that. Clean up all that crap. Okay. Get this on, and then I'll have to take a few minute break and go. Ooh, am I running out? Goodness. Hard to believe I've been running out. But I could be. They don't put all that much into these things like you'd think. Okay. Yeah, pretty much. I've had that thing for about 4 years though, so it has lasted a while. It's lived its life. Okay. Oh, hello. All right, let me grab that. Neighbor gonna swing down bullshit for a while. All right, so that's all of those pieces. So it's back to where it was essentially when I pulled it out, less, plus the wings and the bunch stops. Everything else, all the other screws have been replaced for now. Oh, excuse me. A little gossy. I'm going to put you up here a little bit further. That's for the battery. Empty, empty. Okay, I don't need the small scalers anymore. 6s and 8s I think are done. Just those 4 basically. 12. We'll put these back in the 16 bag, so at least they're in the proper bag for now. Move you over here to the don't need you in my face bag. All right. There. Looks pretty good with the scale bolts in place. Supposed to be welds anyways, so yeah, luckily I haven't had things disappear. Nobody really here to use it but me. And even if there were other people here, they wouldn't be using it. Alright, so I'm going to bypass those few things. They do have this other center support piece going in, so I will grab that out and get it put into place. And the center rear bottom support piece. more center rear mid support piece. So let me see here. It's not those. There it is. Here's what goes in for the tank. Put 2/16s in there. I'm going to use the tank, but potentially. I guess I have kind of knocked me out of whack here a little bit. Not much, but a little bit. A little better. Yeah, come on. Okay, there's that support piece. Because what it's got going in back here is, of course, this piece and your other piece for your tank. But I'm not going to use this tank immediately. I may install it. I may not, which is why I'm going to add that. I could always take it out if I don't. And then it's got you putting the other side of the cage together. Got us adding the headlights to be the first thing to go in this before it goes on that. Now I know there's a little bit of work and soldering that has to do on the headlights, and I can do that. Once I get things in place, electronics that is. I also need to install my winch servo. Not that I'll use it often, but I'm going to install it. So basically we go here. Goes through there, but not through there. it down each side for now. These in here. I think I might get buy some of the crawl items, or I'm going to make my own similar. I might buy a couple of the sliders for this. I like the sliders; they look pretty good. All right. What do they get? 3s by 10s, and why not? I've got 10 millimeters here. Deck the halls. Three by 10s. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and slide this up a little bit. With this first pretty orange piece on, then I gotta go throw my doors closed in my pen area. Okay, let's count that. There we go. First bit of color truly goes on. I mean, some in the shocks a little bit, but actually probably gonna look upside down if I go like that, but if I go like that, it'll probably look all right. We'll stay up. Get it in the right spot, it will. Rock on, rocking on. All right, I'm going to take a quick break and go close up my birds so they're safer. I'll be back out in a minute. Yeah, I like that orange, man. It's a very nice matte burnt orange. And then this doesn't really do it justice. You put it outside in the sunlight and she just pops. I'll be back in about 5 minutes.
babysitting my grandpa for the night, so I have time to myself.
Not too shaggy.
Guess what's all over TikTok? That's been over TikTok.
Who's that?
That dude getting shot.
Oh, Charlie, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of
That's some crazy shit,
a lot
man.
of sick fuckers talking about it, talking all sorts of bullshit about it too.
He was like, he wrote on, I guess he pushed up on bullets and shit, writing.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could do that shit. How, like,
Well, it wasn't on the lead part, it was on the casing. It stays in the gun.
that's crazy, dude. That's a guy because they don't believe in somebody's opinions.
Yeah. There's a chick the other day before that, a day or two before that, in down North Carolina, the black guy just sliced her fucking throat.
Yeah, that's
She's a
crazy.
Ukrainian immigrant.
Yeah, and then they talk, and then they're like, what do I do with these people who give us a fucking stigma when it comes to that shit? They think all of us are like that.
No, I don't think always like that, but your dad is, she came over here for safety and
Yeah.
got fucking slaughtered on the fucking bus.
They said that he didn't know that she was a diverse race, though.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, I don't believe that. That's what they
That's
said.
fucking bullshit.
He knew who she was.
He knew she was a white bitch. Cause he said, got that white chick, the white bitch, the white girl. I mean, he said it. They heard it. Got that white chick. No, he knew exactly what he was fucking doing.
That's crazy, though.
Whether he's in his right mind or not isn't relevant.
No matter, I'll still give you the right to do it.
No.
I could be like, shoot somebody, kill them, be like, hey, put my handicap. No, don't work that way.
Well, and then you're not hearing about this. Black dude shooting fucking 5-year-old right in fucking face. Black guy shot a white 5-year-old right in the fucking face. Now, allegedly, the little fucking 5-year-old said, hey, nigga, what's going on? Something wrong with my phone. Allegedly.
You know what the fuck that means?
None of them would. It ain't no way, ain't no way some fucking 5-year-old went up to some black guy walking around, hey, nigga, what's going on? No, it ain't gonna happen. Not going to fucking.
No, but that's what Charlie did.
No, he sure didn't. His wife and fucking daughter were right there.
That's fucked up.
Now, his daughter still don't quite grasp what's going on. So she must not have been actually looking at dad when it happened, thankfully.
I watched him. I've seen him because I watched the guy who did it. I watched him on the show one time. He was on the show for that day to the campus. And he was asking him about a bunch of other shit. And he was blaming it on other, on other people who do it. So they asked him about what had Kamala Harris done when she was in
So far, nobody, I haven't heard anybody say he was formally questioned him at a different event.
No, he was speaking at one of his events that he
Charlie,
Charlie's
yeah,
event,
okay. I thought you said the shooter.
Yeah, he was at top because he was debating
I
against
know
him
that.
at one of his events, yeah.
Well, see, I haven't heard anybody say the shooter was at one of Charlie's events talking to him or previously.
They showed it on TikTok. When he was talking with him, then they showed a picture of what the guy did when they found out it was him. And I was like, holy shit, that guy was actually on it.
Well, if he was, then that's going to change things a bit too.
I think it was him. This was like deep body that looked like him.
But nothing has been recorded on that side from anybody that I've got.
Oh, that was got a little bit of that man. And then I brought some of my mom's homegrown shit.
Yeah.
I don't feel like going that route. I've got all that shit. Shit. We're waiting on our permits or well. We had to find somebody locally now, I guess, because that's how they do it now. They had to find somebody locally.
That's pretty common. Okay, I had to make some hot cocoa. My stomach's a little flip-floppy today.
I didn't even know the fucking ditches were dug. I didn't even hear them digging them that day when they were digging them.
I don't care. Just let me know.
Yeah, they're like digging the ditches. I didn't even know they were digging ditches.
Yep. Allegedly it's supposed to be on both sides, so hopefully they didn't want to set some rock. Unless I've got some rock piles of mine across the road at Nick's place. Okay, let me go grab the ducky. Get them little bricks out of left. Let's see if maybe though I can get them to go in there and so. I can get back into my build here a little bit.
I'm used to being on the other end. It don't bother me.
Okay. All the animals are put back up. I got ducks and chickens and I let them out and run around. Okay. So that takes care of that. Make sure I'm turned back up. Yep. Should be turned back up. Hello. Hey. Oh, yeah. She's up there. Go ahead and move these couple things here. Move into my next spot here.
reassembled, which is the interior, and I'm not installing that. I'm going to be doing custom. Oh, it's time for panels. It's got me doing the rear panels first. Move a few things around. There we go. There's my finger spot. Ooh la la. Okay. So 3x10s. Because these are going to be pretty much hidden everywhere, I'll just use 10s out of the buttons. But I will use a scale bolt back there. That's a 3x5. It'll get a 3x6. And that'll be decent. So I need 2 of these. There's one. Light touch on here. Tap that down some if I can. Might have to start cutting her out. So I ain't gonna get very much. A little bit. We are going to grab some ball ends here, make this easy. It's the small one. That's the too big one. And that's the one I need. Snuggie, get 2 more 10s out. Get the panel out. Get just a little bit of Hey, Afna, how you doing? Try to get a little build going. Actually, most of the build finishes what I'm trying to do, or at least assembled to the point of where it's runnable. Of course, that won't be totally until tomorrow because I got to do my shocks, and my snap ring players won't be here till tomorrow, supposedly. So hopefully they make it. All right. Hey. All right. Back panels are almost on all the way. Let's see, number 6. I need 2 more. Come on, get out of there. Now I need the brown piece. Okay, 1. And then number 2. Okay. You up for a few minutes. Let's see, these are my 12s. That wants 14s. There was one thing they didn't have 14s or even 15s. 16s was as close. Let me double check here, make sure I don't have. For 8 pins. Oh yeah. Actually, no, I haven't got to the chiropractor yet at all.
I'm procrastinating, not because I'm afraid of chiropractor. I've been doing chiropractor for, my whole life. Just because I know they're going to push it back into place, and an hour or 3 later, it's going to be back out. When I start going to a chiropractor, it's one of those things I go 3-4 times a week for a while. No, that's cool, bud. My neighbor's over. It's like, sorry, I'm reading your comments. No, man, it's cool. All right, so if that's what's got me doing next, now it's got me putting this puppy on. So I'll use it's going into plastic. So I'm going to use the 16s because I think 16 is going to be fine. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, back in there. This can go up here out of the way, actually. Actually, I'll thread them right through the handrail, just so they're well up and out of my way.
See like your hair on your arms.
Yeah, it's pretty decent camera. She's 1080p right now, but it's 4K capable. Okay. Go ahead and slide her over where it's easier for me to get to these screws. Hopefully these don't interfere. I don't think they will. There's a pretty good gap there. Should buy me some of the MIP drill drivers. Make life a little bit easier. I'm not sure they make standard size. I'd have to double check. I'm pretty sure they do. Actually, I know they do. Oh, yeah, gotcha. Yeah, I have to literally 2-3 times a week for months, if not almost a year, just to kind of help start keeping things back into place. And right now I'm so out of whack, it's not even funny. Come on now. Oh, gotta go down a little bit. There it is. Come on, get into place.
these up a bit. Allow her to move a smidge. Come on now. Get in there, girl. Try to do that one first. Take these out some more. Yeah, that's cool. Being able to walk well is always a bonus. Absolutely. Not really. I'm going to start threading. Wow. Pop these almost all the way out, maybe. What in the wide world of the sports? It's pretty close to it.
So much of a different spec of being on internet and then watching somebody on internet.
Come on, start threading in there. You know you want to. Feels like it kind of is here.
Oh, excuse me.
Looks like I'm going to do best getting all 6 started with the fronts first on each side, and then thread them home.
I had to buy a new water basin out and one broke.
Yeah, that sucks.
I had it for 5 years before he fell and hit my ashtray. I was like, oh, darn it. I got a new one that's nice. It's glass and then the rest of it's like all silicone.
Okay. Over on that side. Yeah, just a couple for now.
That's a different spot to put it. Usually, like a lot of them, they have them like underneath where the comments are and stuff.
Depends on the type of setup. Doesn't exactly look like it's quite right. She's a tidy. Get her in the right spot.
It's weird. It looks kind of yellow on the orange. Kind of looks yellow on there.
A little bit, eh? Yep, so if you're putting one of these together, start with your front lower cage mounts when you're mounting the 2 pieces together, because they're a little bit of a pain if you start with them last. Go ahead and pull both fronts right in, because they got to get seated properly first. And driving through a little bit, but I don't mind. Nice. That one's in.
Excuse me, no.
unseated. Okay.
Gotta love burnt beer.
Beer.
I do TikTok and everybody rates my big burps.
Yeah, it is TikTok.
Oh, you guys are funny. They're like, you gotta be doing that on purpose. I'm like, no, I can't physically burp on my own. I wish.
Right.
I actually did pretty good down there yesterday. Got a lion. It was like $150. It's pretty cool.
Okay.
Turned out to be actually a pretty beautiful Saturday night.
Yeah, not bad at all.
I have my music on right now, but I know they'd probably hear it and YouTube copyright shit.
Yep, they sure do.
I see people drink on there all the time. YouTube and never get in trouble, so they must not have rules against that. Just their copyright music. What you'd think it would be, they would change that because like everything, like a lot of stuff ain't even copyrighted anymore.
Oh, it is.
Well, it is, but like it's weird though. Like certain places you can play it, but in some places you can't.
Yeah, this is why it should be null and void, as you're kind of saying, you know, it's not copyrighted. They don't protect it, they don't stand up except for in certain instances. Where they think they can make money because somebody else is making money, so they gotta get their cut.
Well,
When almost all of it's copyright protected use. But it is what it is. Alright, that takes care of those. Finally, make sure those are all seated well. Yeah, okay. That's a tidy to get in there. Alright. What do we got next? Oh yes, those two down there. I think I can use 12s. They go in from the bottom? Yeah, they're going from the bottom. So they're going to be going into plastic. I think these 12s will work. There we go. Get her into place. Yeah, 12 be plenty. Asking for 14, you can get away with 12.
I'll make it up my own little phone.
Oh, you dog. Until I get my shocks. installed. I'm going to do that a few times. Yeah, dog, stop dropping on me. Gotta get her in the right spot here. Bitch, you were almost there. That's what it is. Things in the way a little bit. Don't pinch the wires. Exactly what it was. Amazing what happens. Get the wires out of the way, and hey, you can put the screw in. Okay. Back there. Page 29. Now we got to mount the shocks up top, but I don't have the shocks ready. So that's going to have to wait till tomorrow along with the front fenders. So now I can put the roof on. I can put the roof on. We can do that. Although I should leave it off until I actually get all the rest of the wiring done. I haven't pulled it out and looked at it, so piss out. We're going to pull it out, look at it. Ooh, it's thin. Very thin. Very thin. One piece, maybe two. These are M2.5 by 8s. That's what these other unmarked ones are over here. Actually, they're 2.5 by 10s, but they're going to work. For these. I thought of them, and I think they're going to be these other ones, because that's going to be too big, isn't it? doesn't go bad. Okay, where'd my little socket head go? Now what in the wide world of sports? Lost it somewhere. Wow. Where did that go? Can't be far. Probably laying in there somewhere. Right there. Right there. Okay. Put these back in there for now. Locks that up. But I can't put the hood on, I think, until I get the front fenders on. So it looks like I'm pretty close to being done with that stuff for right now. So I think this is pretty good. It's been a couple hours. Yeah, 2 hours and 2 minutes. So I think I'm going to call that good for this video. Probably knock down and wait till I get my snap ring plater. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, not too long at all from here on out. You know, another couple hours of work and she'll be ready to throw on the rocks. Maybe a half hour or so of assembly once I redo the shock. I have to rebuild the shocks. Get the new parts in them. Upgraded O-rings and things. Get those rebuilt. And once they're rebuilt, get those installed and then put the rest of the panels on. Start doing the rest of the wiring, but I don't really need to do much wiring except for what I need to do to, you know, install the receiver and hook all that up for the moment, and it'll be pretty much mobile from there on out. So yeah, I am very, very close. Couple hours. An hour and a half, hour, 2 hours maybe, to getting her to where she's running on her own without doing all the lights and stuff, because I gotta add the resistor and do the other things and get that all put in place and set up. So yeah, she is getting very close. Very close. Let me go like this. I don't know if I got that open or not. We'll see. There. It's a little better. You can see that. Doesn't look too shaggy. Yeah, I've got scale hardware pretty much anywhere you can put it. It looks like it'd be fine. So I'll probably pull these bolts out here and put those in for scales. Might pop my one panels off and redo the bolts that are behind that. Put the scale bolts in. Not that it's needed, but it will just add that little flare
considering it's an Origin, you may as well go all out. That's what I'm looking at. I've got a couple other ones, you know, get rid of that one up there and these two down here, don't worry. That one up there I'll probably do because, well, it's right there and easy to see. So if I put a scale bolt in there, it'll just look a little bit better. But yeah, it's not too far away. We are getting very close to being able to run. So let me see. Go ahead, put you guys here, you guys there. My next build pieces can stay right here, and I'll just stick them right here in this, so they're close by. Those there, empty baggies. New unused bolts can sit over here on top of those scale bolts for now. And on that, I think I am going to go ahead and shut her down. Thanks for hanging out, Granny. Thanks for hanging out, Offna. Anybody else that's been checking out, appreciate it. Don't forget to slam that like button. Hey, Ideal, you're catching me just as I'm heading out, but I've been on for 2 hours and got a lot of build done. Give you a quick show. Got some side panels on, got the cage put on. Roof panels obviously on the, oh yeah, that's right, I'm on that one. Roof panels put on, front bumpers or front grills put on, of course, like I say, side panels. So she's there, but yeah, I'm just gonna wrap up because I've been on it for 2 hours already. Oh, is JB having live? I haven't seen it pop up yet. Yeah, I'll probably be over there. Whether I'll jump on live, I don't know what program he's using. But if he's using one that I can jump on live with him, then yeah, I'll do that. If not, then I'll call in or something like that, or just be in the chat. So I'll be around there. Thank you. It's getting there. It's very close. So just saying, just before you jumped in, about an hour, maybe 2, and she'll be ready to run. You know, move down the road in her own powers. I got to do a little bit of wiring. Been set up the receiver and things like that. Do the lights. Got the My Trick RC light kit that I want to put together and get that all done. So there's a couple hours worth of work, and then the interior, which that'll be a ongoing process. So thanks, Granny, for hanging out. You have a good night too. But yeah, I'm just getting ready literally to log off here about a minute ago when I seen you pop up. So yeah, I'll be over at JB's thing. So yeah, anybody else who's watching, go over to JB's garage. He's usually on about 10 or 11 at night. He's West Coast. I'm Eastern Standard Time. He's Pacific, so there's 3 hours, 4 hours between us. So I'll almost certainly jump onto his stream for a while, for some shits and giggles at least. But thanks for hanging out, everybody. Slam that like button. Hit that share. If you want to subscribe, that would be wonderful. And if you do subscribe, hit that bell and then choose the all option. If you don't choose all, you're not probably going to get any notifications from anybody you're subscribed to. So, all right, we'll talk to you guys tomorrow for sure. If you're over on JB's web stream later on this evening, I'll see you there also. You guys all have a good night, good day, good afternoon, wherever in the world you're looking from and whatever day you're looking from. And be kind to each other. A lot of shit going crazy right now. See something nuts, say something square, so hopefully things don't get even worse. Thanks a lot. You guys all have a good one. We will talk at you later.